Hey.
Hi. Can you hang on a sec?
I hear you, but I don't see you. Oh, now I see you. Hey, Digger, how are you? Great to
Good.
see you. You're looking great. Absolutely great. Yeah, no, thank you. And I saw you rehearsing your thing the other day, and I thought it was just magnificent. Um,
Thank
and I was going to post it, but the only reason I didn't post it like up online was A, you didn't give me permission to do that because I didn't ask you, and B, the sound was just a little bit echoey. So in some cases it was a bit hard for people to hear it. But I'm sure the people at your school have that problem, right? So first of all, from all of us in B1G1 in Singapore, it's obviously great to be connected with your mom, but now it's great to be connected with you. And I thought that little speech that I heard, I'm not sure whether that was the same speech you gave, but at the school, but that speech you heard is one of the most inspiring, articulate, what's the word? I think grounded and yet inspiring speeches that I've ever heard. So I just want you to know that I got a lump in my throat. I just want you to know that it really moved me. It really, really moved me. So anyway, the purpose of this, and by the way, you can see some of my colleagues here in the background, everything else, because we just played this game called musical chairs in the office, right? So I would normally have this big desk over here, but now I'm sort of in the middle of it all, which is kind of cool. Anyway, so and they're all on calls as well, so you may hear a little bit of a noise in the background. But anyway, what I'm really fascinated to know is, well, tell me a little bit about you, and tell me how what happened. Like, did the teacher set you a project, and then you decided to do this project? Tell me more about that.
Well, every year we have the speech makers competition where every grade does a different topic. So
Right.
Last year I was, if I could, I would, and this year it's Together We Can. And the top
Give me that again.
three,
Last year it was what? It was what?
if I could, I would.
And this year it was
Together We Can.
Together We Can. Wow, that's cool. Okay. So, and they give you what, like a week to get that together, or how long do they give you to get that together?
About 3 weeks.
Oh, okay. Good. And so then you wrote that out, and you probably talked with mum and says, how does it sound? And you rehearsed it and stuff like that. Yeah. Okay. And then what happened?
Well, then everybody has to do a topic, and then everybody has to present it, and it has to be for a certain time. So ours was 3 to 4 minutes.
3 minutes. It's not easy to do a lot in 3 minutes, right? So that's cool. Okay. So what happened? We're going to talk in a minute about what you did, but talk to me for now about how you felt when you were doing it, and then what was your classmates' reaction to what you did?
Well, when I put a lot of thought into it, and I thought this was a really good topic because I really want to do things like that, like provide, like do something that will change people's lives, and yeah. So that's why I did it. And then when I did it, everybody was so interested, and I think like half the class, at least, went on B1G1 and made impacts.
Seriously?
Yep.
Wow. That's amazing. I mean, one of the reasons to give a speech, right, is because when you speak, you really can change people's lives. You really can, right? And what you did right there, you changed the lives of the people who heard it, But then as a result of that and them going up to B1G1, you got like a multiplying factor. And wow, that's awesome. That is awesome. So how's that for you? Like, how's it feel to know that that happened?
Well, it actually made me feel really good. And after I heard like all the people asking me questions after and saying they what was going on, it just made me feel really good. And that I felt really, that did something that I'm really proud of.
Well, I tell you what, I think there's someone right next to you right now who's very proud of you. But just so that you know, we here, just this tiny little group of people here, all these miles away from you, all these kilometers away from you, are really proud of you as well. And what's interesting, of course, is that there are people most likely who you'll never see, right? Who, as a result of what you did, get access to pure life-saving water, which obviously changes their lives. And if they knew it was you, right, they'd be more than proud of you, right? So just amazing. Now, it may well be that there are people watching this who, as a result of hearing all of that, might love to hear what it was you said, right?
Yeah.
So can you give that to me? Can you kind of say what you said?
Well, I know the first paragraph off by heart.
Okay, well, maybe when you're giving us the first paragraph, Mum might be able to find the rest of it. I'm not sure, but see if you can. Doesn't matter. You can give us the first one, but wherever you want to take it is fine. And you don't have to do it. It's just like if you want to. So, but I think the first paragraph is really interesting because in that first paragraph, you talk about the topic, don't you? You say, well, if we could, So yeah, go.
Yeah. So the first paragraph is. So this is what I said. Together we can provide clean drinking water to every child on earth. 315,000 children under 5 die every year because of unsafe water and poor sanitation. That's one child dying every minute because they don't have access to clean drinking water. That's my first paragraph.
And then I think you said, and we can fix that, right? And as I recall, the whole thing was that you worked out that most kids get 24 bottles of water or something a week, as I recall. And then you said something like, if we paid an additional cent for that, is that kind of what you said?
Yeah. So at our tuck shop, approximately 24 bottles are sold each week. So
that's per person, right? That's per person.
Yeah. So if we donate that, so it costs $1.50 to buy a water bottle. And then I was saying, like, if we could donate 1 cent and that could give a child clean drinking water for one whole day. So 24 each week.
Yeah, so every time that they bought a bottle of water, they thought, well, I'm going to also give water, then they'd be giving days and days and days of water.
Yeah, and it would probably, because now they know that, there'll probably be more water bottles sold.
And then I think you said something like, and I'm going, did he really say this? And I think you said something like, and a good way to do that is up on b1g1.com, which was like, oh wow, he said that, So and I guess you've been, through Mum using the little apps and things like that, which is just awesome, And what did the
when Ben and I were at the conference, we had good friends of ours looked after the 3 boys for the whole day and overnight, and so that next day we sent them a giving. So we gave, I think, a whole year's worth of water on behalf of that family who looked after the 3 boys whilst we were at the lunch.
How nice! Right. Wow. That's so cool. That is just so cool. And what about your teacher? What did your teacher say?
My teacher said that, wow, that's really inspiring.
Wow. And I got to tell you, It is. it's it's more than inspiring, because here's another interesting thought, right? I mean, the great thing about inspiring is that when you and I are inspiring, right? Yeah, and you're pretty much what I am, but when we're inspiring, what happens is a lot of people want to kind of connect with us because we're inspiring. And it's not that we're inspiring because we're talking about ourselves, right? It's inspiring because we give people ideas that they can use, that they know that when they use those ideas, they themselves will become even more inspiring, right? So as a result of this, if you're okay, and you can say, no, I'm not okay, but if you're okay, we'll find a way of getting this to some interesting people. And then that's going to mean that you would leverage this beyond the classroom. By the way, what's the name of the school?
Talabudgera State School.
Oh, Talabudgera, right? So we might even put a little link up on there so that people understand around the world how to spell Talabudgera, right? And which class is it? Which class?
Grade 5. Grade 5.
Grade 5 at Talabudgera High School. Got it.
State school.
Got it.
It's
grade school. Beg your pardon.
State
Grade
school.
school.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
so,
what were you going to say about? Yeah. You tell.
Oh yeah, so it's kind of a competition as well. So in your class, the top 3 in each class for year 5 get picked to go represent, go in front of the grade. The best in the grade go up in front of the whole school, and then the people in the whole school go represent our school and to all the other schools.
What,
so
like at a statewide?
Wow. So lots of schools will hear about it. So if I can get as far as I can, then more people will know about B1G1.
I'm not sure whether you've ever had anyone say this to you, right? But here's the truth, right? You take my breath away, seriously. And isn't that interesting? You take my breath away by giving water to people who don't have it. I mean, that's like, whoa, that's really, really cool. So I want to thank you for not just making my day, but making, a huge impact on the people at Talabudgera Grade School in grade 5, and then when do you know whether you get picked to be in the top 3? When do you know that? Next week. Well, your mom knows my email address, right? So make sure that you send me an email. Let me know where you came, and it doesn't matter, right? Because already zillions of people have heard about it, whether or not you get in those top 3, which is kind of cool. And deservedly so. So let me know about that. Is that okay? And then we'll kind of keep rooting for you there. So, Digga, that's oh, by the way, one other thing, I've never met with anybody who's 10 years old who has such a great name as Digga. I've never met them before like that. That's amazing, right? So, but I guess you get that all the time. And final thing I want to say is you have the most lovely smile as well, and that's inspiring too. So, thank you. Anything you wanted to say, just to sort of just end it off for us, or what?
Well, you're kind of the reason why I actually did this speech. Like when my mum and dad came home from the
conference.
The conference. I straight away thought of it and it was actually coming home from my footy practice. I'm just like, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do it.
So wait there. Let me see if I understand that. So here they were, mum and dad, talking with you about the B1G1 conference, and as a result of that, you said, "Well, I'm going to do this."
Yeah.
Wow, that's you. You have no idea. Well, that's no. But let me just put it this way. That's just amazing. So thank you for.
We were able to. Digga helped me a lot when I was preparing for my talk for the B1G1 conference. So I did
talk was really awesome. Yeah.
So I practiced to digger lots of times, and he gave me feedback and helped me, and so then I could help him with his B1G1.
Wow. Wow. Wow, awesome. And by the way, I noticed that the little dog helped as well, actually the rather large dog. That's awesome. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey guys.
Thank you for your time. So, thanks so much for your time.
Thank you, and thank you for your patience too, because it was a bit difficult to set this up, but thank you for being there, and I'll make sure, by the way, that you get the recording. I should have given you recording rights, but I'll make sure that you get the recording as well, so you can do whatever you like with that, and I'll make sure we keep track as well of all of that giving that the guys and girls at Talabudgera Grade School did. So would you also at some point say to them, thank you for listening to what you had to say, and not just listening to it, but taking action on it. That's the real key. Okay.
Well, we might be able to share this video of us talking with them.
Yeah, why not? What a good idea. That's a good idea. Okay. Guys, from here in Singapore, thank you. You just, as I said before, you've just made my day, but importantly, you've made much more than a day for the people who are going to benefit from what you did. So awesome stuff. Okay. Catch you. Bye. 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 Bye.